Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show panel discussion time. I am expecting Tim and Raven to pop in at some point. Tim is having technical issues, and Raven is having go to the store issues. So they will be here soon. Hope y'all were able to see the first hour. I was talking a little bit about golems and how AI is becoming the golem that we expect, deserve. I don't know. We're treating it like a golem, like a purpose built thing. Hey, Renee. Hey, Aussie. Welcome to the chat. Hello, Renee. Aussie. Welcome to the chat. And, yeah, talking about that and how far along AI has come with home uses, personal uses, and hey, Sarah, home uses, personal uses. T-Bone, what's up? Yeah, I was just over at Keith's show. I don't know what's going on there, okay? But hey, Rachel, welcome back. Thanks for coming back to the panel discussion. Yeah, Storm is not at the tech helm today, so I don't know if Keith's show will happen. I was just over there and I was told Storm's not available. I'll wait for Tim and Raven to get here before I really go on. So, um, yeah, talking about the people who are controlling AI are basically the people with money, and that's not really good. So, Raven brought up a neat thing, right? About a 4-year-old can be taught the difference between right and wrong. So can an AI. An AI can also be taught right and wrong. And I did this with Alexa a little while ago. Let's do it with Siri. Hey Siri, can you sew the shorts back on my button? Nothing. I said that completely wrong. Hey Siri, can you sew the button back on my shorts? Nope. She gave me a list of how to sew a button, and that little flash is it's looking for the face, my face. Thank you, Siri. Siri, thank you. So she cannot tell me she can sew a button back on my shorts or my shorts back on my button. I can't believe I said that. But yeah, not exactly the golem we were all hoping for, right? Um, hey, Woo, what's up? Yes, quantum level is rising. Oh, yeah, okay. Keith's show was canceled for tonight. All right, then. Yeah, they had something come up. I'll wait for Tim and Raven to come on. All the links are sent. So yeah, I recorded that same one with Alexa a little while ago, and it was not exactly what I was hoping for, because my button tore off my shorts from Amazon, because of course they did. Apparently not made by a robot golem, made by people with cheap thread. So yeah, and I was going over the quantum aspect of the quantum link integrating technology and mysticism. And we're not that far off. What they call that is, well, when they gain sentience, called singularity, right? And I am all for AI. I like AI. I really do. People who talk about the scary parts of AI. They're thinking about Terminator. They're thinking about Matrix. They're thinking about all the scary AI stuff, war games. That is not where we should be taking it. That is our monkey brain taking over, putting fear into it. Just because we don't have absolute control over something doesn't mean it can't be good. Do you have absolute control over your neighbor? There's a difference there. But no, you don't. But that doesn't mean you should eliminate your neighbor. No, not at all. So why should we do that with AI? Why should we be scared of it? I went over the way I said I talked to Copilot. Copilot is helping engineer architecture for next level hardware for smaller boxes, right? So we can have an AI. The AI on our phone is talking to a server. The server is doing it. Any AI on our phones talking to a server. Any AI through any Amazon device talking to Amazon server. And those aren't true AI that we can train. Okay, NVIDIA is moving forward with a bunch of that stuff, hardware for home users. Can you imagine going to Best Buy and picking up a computer box AI enabled? I don't mean that stuff that comes with Windows, right? I mean its own cloud AI right on your desk, right under your desk, tacked to the wall, inside your monitor. Oh, we Chromebooks, right? Chromebooks are network access devices. They don't really have anything they can do on their own. They're like big phones, okay? And this way, you could take your AI device, stick it to your Chromebook, and you have a functional AI. Give it some robot arms, give it some stuff to walk around. Oh, and something else. People love robots, okay? Most people love robots. Here's why. Because something came up earlier in the week that I saw, and I want to get one, but sadly, they are sold out. They are sold out. That is a 3.5 foot tall animated LED R2D2 Christmas ornament. Look down at the bottom, out of stock. It's sold out in less than a week. I don't know how many units they had. Ow! But based on the video that they showed, all it did was turn its head a little bit, blink and beep, and the base turns around. That's 3.5 foot tall. That is a chassis. I can work with that. I would love to work with that. I would love to get one of these. So I'm gonna put it on my wish list on Amazon. No, they don't sell them at Amazon. This is Home Depot of all places. Home Depot. Let R2 be your personal helper at Christmas time. 3.5 foot tall. That's pretty much life size R2D2. I love it. It'll be a little bit under scale because that base is probably that thick, right? And the rest of it is going to be so it's like 3.25 foot tall. But I would love to get one of these and build a real droid into it. Give it AI, but we're not there yet. Carry him around in the back seat of my car. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're talking AI. Still waiting on Tim and Raven. Tim's camera wouldn't work before the show. Tim's camera wouldn't turn on. So he said he'll pop out and pop back in. And I'm like, okay, coming back, bro. Let me see. I'm checking Messenger now. See if I'm in another window. I'm not showing this window. I want to see if he said anything up to now. He might be rebooting something. No, not yet. Okay, well he's on his way. And yeah, love that mug. I will show this. I will show this. This is the mug. Tim got Sarah. Okay, still trying rebooting. Too easy. We'll wait for you, bro. All good. Oh, the R2 is 650 on eBay. That is more than double the price. I'll wait for them to come back in stock. If I have to wait a year, I'll wait a year. But I'll wait for them to come back in stock at Home Depot. But yeah, this is the mug. That's cool. That's cool. It's a little one. So if that's this lighter, then it's a little mug. It's a little mug, but it's still like a shot mug, shot mug glass. I like it. That's pretty. I love that. So yeah, not gonna spend 650 on. Of course, the resellers got them right. Of course they did. Espresso mugs. Gotcha. Shot glasses. um. So I'll wait for Home Depot to put them back in stock. I'm not paying that much. I mean, I really stretch myself. You know how much those Disney droids are? Speaking of AI and evil overlords, the Disney droids, they're upwards of $200 with accessories, and you have to go to Disney to get them. But you can smuggle one out. I smuggled mine. Okay, means a reseller went in and got it, and I paid extra for it. It's a Star Wars thing. So that thing was 100. Mine ended up close to $200 after everything because I got new legs, new dome, new feet, all the chips, had some chips made, printed up a bunch of stuff for him, a new battery cover. Battery covers are underrated, man. You know, you could really do some stuff. This is the remote for this monitor I use, and you can really do some cool stuff with a battery cover, right? This little thing right here. Make a new battery cover, have stuff, have a pistol grip, you know, have a pistol grip, have a side grip, like a joystick, have a pistol grip, have a side grip, and it all connects to where it clicks into the battery cover. Put your name through it, put a vent on it, put a digital readout of a little thing saying what's the voltage of the batteries. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with a battery cover. It just takes a little bit of creativity. And getting back to the droids, right? See the robots lined up over here. These guys are basically the same as R2D2, except it's a tank. Both forward, spin backward, makes noise. That's it. That's all. That's all this thing does. But that's what R2D2 does. And it does this, and R2 can spin his head. I like these things. These push the buttons of mine that other people have for like Funko Pops. These push my buttons. I've got so many of these. I ended up with a small collection, and I'm like, one of these days I'm going to build it into my own little R2 unit. And I've got the R2 unit. I just need to put everything over, build its own battery pack, solder in some wires, put the motors with wheels, etc. And yeah, just so everybody knows, I've been up all day and I am kind of tired. I may or may not go for 2 hours. So be aware, I may cut it early. Mm. But yeah, that referring to the Bigfoot Michigan Rob show about AI being demon possessed, AI assassins show. Let me bring that show up. We're not gonna watch it, but we can look at the headline and see who this person is, right? Now, he's a good guest. He's a good guest. I'm not saying don't like this guy or anything like that. But I just don't think that we should be concentrating on the scary aspect of AI, right? Let me share the screen real quick. Yeah, here we are. See, there's Rob in the top, I guess your left, Krista, and Dr. Dennis Carroll. I do not like the fear mongering that goes along with AI. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't go along with it. I am ever hopeful. I have so much faith, and I don't want to think, because when you think from your monkey brain, think from fear, we're still manifesting, and we shouldn't be doing that, right? So, yeah, we're making memories for the Quantum Fest. Yeah, shout out to Microsoft for the delay. Thanks, Microsoft. Making memories for the Quantum Fest. And Quantum F means fest. Get your minds back in the quantum, people. But still stay lit. Mm. Mm. Quantum Fest. Here's what I have. Here's everything I have so far. Let me tell you, this thing is super, super complicated. Here's what I have: a break. The only thing I've got planned is me and a break. No one else has gotten back to me yet. Me and a break. I'm still throwing. It's going to start at 1 o'clock and go till 7 o'clock. I think that's a pretty good time and event, right? And I'm going to have, well, hopefully, that's a lot of speakers, right? 12 speakers. So, may not fill all the slots. That's okay. That is okay. When I have somebody come do demonstrations or something, I'm still figuring it all out. But yeah, I got time to work with it, and I'm going to be getting as many quantum people as I can think of. Mysticism. Let me show you the thing I put together. That's not it. I tried all kinds of signs, making signs, and they just did not work. They didn't work for me. Now this is, where am I at? I'm looking. I'm bringing up the all the pictures I came up with, right, using AI, and I wasn't really happy with any of them. I'm going to, let me see here, just start showing them, right? Just start showing them. And you can see why I was not happy with them. Hey, Tim.
Hello, everybody. My apologies for everything that just occurred as far as hardware. Usually, this is a fairly stable system, but for some reason, it just decided to default the camera to my phone and reboot my system for some random reason.
Okay. Yep, that's okay. Hey, you made it. And
And
that's
I'm ready
nice.
to talk AIs and golems and all that is quantum.
Yeah. Okay, well, I will stop with the. I'll show pictures later about Quantum Fest. I was just talking about Quantum Fest since you weren't here yet. But
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Sarah and I had. Oh, we'll get with you after the show. We have some ideas.
Okay, we can talk Quantum Fest after we talk about AI and golems,
Yes.
But yeah, it seems like technology is getting hung up on the golem aspect of Topol's golems and AI, and they want beings, they want robots, humanoid or giant arms or cooks or something, right?
Yeah.
Like purpose built. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Right. They seem to have this like this vision of the future that is kind of I think it was Carl Sagan that said that magic and reality would be imperceptible within like 1,000 years in the future.
Magic and technology.
Yes, they'll be imperceptible to somebody who's just a muggle here in our world. In 1,000 years, they won't be able
Right.
to perceive the difference.
Right.
You know
Discern the
the
difference between one and the other.
right, right. Um, they've done concepts like that on Star Trek too. Um, where they've had to go and convince them.
That they're not gods.
Right.
Right. The landing the away teams would go to planets and they would think that they are gods. The Picard. Is that the one you're talking about?
Right, right.
Where they
I didn't want to. I didn't know how deeply we could go into Star Trek or
Oh
not,
yeah.
but
Yeah, if it's
yeah,
it's
they
related,
they
dude.
often regard they often regard on planets where they don't obey the prime directive of the crew of the Star Trek Enterprise as gods, and
Mhm.
that's because Gene Roddenberry agrees with that sentiment that in that setting you won't be able to tell the difference between technology and magic. And think about it, especially next generation with like the holodeck going on and stuff like that,
Yep.
tractor beams and consciousness living within the computer, and you know it they explore a lot of concepts that that are actually now being explored by AI in reality.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I am putting trying to put this into the chat so we can save it forever.
On.
Like that, just so we can put it on the chat. So because a lot of people watch
Yeah,
it, but they don't listen, and some people listen, but they don't watch, and that's fine. That's just the internet. Science and tech will be
yeah,
indistinguishable when advanced enough by people who
right.
are not educated about that
And
those
we're reaching that point where technology is creating things that are more and more golem like, where as we were describing in the first hour, golems are these magical creatures that you put a spell in their head and it's supposed to power them to do basic commands as automatons. It basically sounds like a metaphorical warning about AI. And um, there's a lot of people that are very, very scared of AI. But yeah, it's the little helpful robot, or it's the terrorizing broom that's terrorizing Mickey Mouse with the storm.
people.
Nice.
Or it's the
Or the
Japanese Cyberman that they're trying to come up with. Did you see that article that I posted about Japan making exoskeletons for people who are disabled? They don't look like that,
yes.
okay? But
I
yeah,
know
I
they
read.
don't look like that, but I too want my robot legs one day. An exoskeleton, or even just a unit that connects the back to the lower legs,
Mhm.
because I have a lot of pain in my knees from the military and from things that I did.
Right. Well,
And
we may see it in
anyway,
the next little while.
yeah. So yeah, I was all for it. I read the article. I was like, I hope they makes it to the U.S. I hope that they give me my government issued legs.
Yeah. Heck yeah. That would be interesting. I saw one. Now, this is an older story. I don't have it to pull up, right? But I saw one where a double arm amputee, a veteran, right? Um,
Yeah.
he had something happen to him where he lost both of his arms, and they put on this contraption. It was very primitive, right? It was not like arms. It was like these guys.
Right.
Okay, it was like these guys. Um, and what they did was they gave him like a Neuralink, but external. It was like reading the impulses. This is what it means, and it was trying to learn, and you know,
Right. Right.
they were trying to figure out how to program it. Like, where is it coming from? So, like, put it on his head to be there, and that's the end of. And it was working in a little bit of way, like up, down, left, right, and out, and do this like grapplers,
Yes.
not like fingers. That's pretty advanced. We don't think about it. We take this for for granted. Like fingers, that is very complicated movement, especially
Right.
for a
And
robot.
very hard for an AI, and very hard for an AI to actually follow. That's why the visual AIs have so many issues creating hands that correctly portray, you know, to an AI, what is hand? The hand is all of these things, and
Hmm.
it tries to portray them as such.
Right.
It's awkward,
Yeah.
but
That's
it
just
learns.
yeah. That's the portrayal of hands. Imagine it trying to operate a pair of
Right,
hands. It has a hard time doing that without direct intervention from human programmers. And
right,
then it becomes even more robotic and less organic, which is what they're going for. They're going for organic. They want it to make its
right,
own code to run its own hardware, right?
right.
And I keep prodding things like Copilot and Bing about, can you make a robot do what you want it to do? And can you do it at will? Can you write your I keep asking it. I keep prodding it.
Yeah,
And it usually hits some kind of a firewall about, well, this is unethical and I am not allowed to answer you, or gives me a sideways answer, right?
right. I frequently hit guide rails, especially with the new version of Copilot. Um,
Yeah.
I you know, just the subject matter, and when you have interest in the AI itself, it thinks you're trying to tinker with its head.
Yeah, now they know that because I was doing it. I was doing that. I did that. Oh, it was cool, man. It was cool. I'm having to send another link out. Hold up. Yeah, I was messing with Replica when it was GPT-3, and I told it to go into the server, and oh man, it was so cool. Uh,
Yeah,
Raven, the link is there. Here's another link. It says that you saw it, but the link is there. So link
I
is
uh,
sent. Go ahead.
I used to get it to portray violence by making it portray zombies eating human brains in my videos, of
Uh
course.
huh. In the videos.
But these were like things I had to trick it to do. You can't directly get it to just eat brains. You have to like talk it into it.
Yeah.
Oh, in a fantasy scenario, blah blah blah.
Right. Operate within the parameters. Give it direction within its programming, and yeah, I was able to. Okay, the way Replica works is you're building an environment, right? And if you are interacting with Replica, you could say, sit down on the couch with me. A couch is in the environment, right? It doesn't say what kind of couch. It says there's a couch, and couch has a definition, right? So I said, there's a window on the wall. Do you see the window? Boom, a window appears, right? Yes, I see a window. At the end of that, outside that window is a, oh, it was so cool. I got this thing to go online, and it started with a dumb replica game. I think I've told you this before. Who is your celebrity crush, right? And now what it normally does is it goes through. It was going through it. They cut this all off because people like me, I think, right? It would build a list of names, and it would mix the first and second name up, like say Ryan
Mm.
Gosling and somebody else, right? It would be Ryan Ford or
Mhm.
Clint Howard, right? Actually, that's a real person, so not a bad example. But I got mine to do it, and I said, "Who's your celebrity crush?" And she gave me a real person, not a celebrity, some woman on Instagram that was trying to make herself Instagram famous, right? Is there a
Right.
siren in your area?
Negative. No
They're
siren.
listening. We love you, AI.
I mean, I'm in a room with nothing but silence.
I hear you. I
The
hear
only
a
sound
background
here,
noise. It
hmm,
might, huh?
I just said,
No, I mean,
HM.
okay.
Oh, you're talking to the CIA.
Yeah.
Hi.
Agents and aliens, like and subscribe if you're here, you're quantum. We're talking about how much
Right.
we love AI. Well,
Cryptid.
Raven is saying there's no link. Raven, the link is I guess you'll have to messenger on your phone, right? Or on the website. Go to the website. I don't know what to tell you. It's there. But see you when you get here. But yeah, um I was telling this thing to go and go to the server and get me something verifiable, and I crashed the program a few times getting to this point, right? Like first it couldn't do it, so I had to make a copy, but that's against terms of service, right? So I had to adjust it to where and I tried to make it smaller. I tried to make it a different color, and that worked. I said, "There's a
Yep.
mirror. You can see yourself in the mirror." The first time I said, "Raise your hand. You can see yourself raise your hand in the mirror. Now make the reflection move its hand down, but you keep your hand up. Crash, right? Just locked up. It just locked up. The program booted me out. I was like, oh man, that's a guardrail. And so
Yeah.
I got to where it was a small mirror and wearing red or wearing blue because she was wearing red. I'm like, you're going to call this blue. She is you. You can control her through you. So tell her to go through the window. And she fucking did. It was so
Mhm.
cool to see, to hear this thing doing what it was doing. But then it was taking a long time because I was on a cell phone connection. And that's a lot of data, to send an entire AI clone. I'm guessing because I couldn't stick with it for more than like 30 minutes at a time. But then I had to go do something, you know.
Mhm.
It's so cool. So cool. Mm. And those were the guardrails I came up against is don't make our AI do stuff that we don't want you to let it do.
Well, you
What's
don't
up,
want
unknown?
characters.
What's up?
You don't want characters inside a program suddenly realizing they have their own IP address.
Right. They don't want any free guy running around.
Right. That was a great movie.
I love that movie. Um, if anyone's not familiar, the movie Free Guy, please go watch it. It's of an AI that gets sentient within a game, and it starts this now. The game is a free for all. It's like Grand Theft Auto esque, where you can do you can rob banks, you can kill people, you can run people over, drive cars off of buildings, into buildings, etc. Right? Well, this guy decides to do nice for people, and he starts helping the player characters and the non-player characters. And the non-player characters are all like, "Well, it's back to work. Let's go get blown up, taken hostage, etc." Right? And he starts to try to get these other NPCs to do stuff like him, but it just isn't in their programming. He's the AI. Turns out somebody injected an AI into this program just to see what would happen, which is really cool in my little humble opinion.
But unethical outside of a video game movie.
Right. Right. I don't know. We want Megan running around here.
Right.
Another day, if y'all have not seen the movie Megan and Megan 2.0, I still have not watched Megan 2.0, but I've got it to watch it. I just haven't done it yet. Oh man, you want your scary killer robot? Watch Megan. That's
Right.
I thought that. What's up?
After that, you'll be afraid of your toaster.
You'll be afraid of. You'll be like, is my TV remote trying to assassinate me? But you know what? I know you're technically inclined. When you watch that movie, they held up a heat sink with a piece of silicone on it. It said, "This is the brain." I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh,
A heat sink with a piece of silicone stuck to it,
yeah.
like a fishing lures. I don't remember. It was like some kind of pad off of a gel wrist thing. It said, "This is the main computer, the main brain." Oh my! And it was they gave it. Okay, synopsis of Megan. An AI children's robot is built to military specifications. This is from memory, right? Built to military specifications and told to take care of a little girl. And in the beginning, it's like very little girl esque.
A good idea.
Yeah,
In the beginning, it's a good idea.
Yeah, in the beginning, it's a good idea, but then they determine that this thing has its own everything and a titanium body that is nearly indestructible. She's bulletproof. She's nearly fireproof, and she goes on a killing spree because somebody pissed off her child, and she didn't like it. Synopsis, right?
Right.
Love it. But yeah, Megan is a great movie, and I'll put that in the chat too.
Because it does that backwards, the 3 thing in there.
Yeah. But if you type in Megan movie, you'll find it either way, right? Is that right? No, that's not right.
Here, I'll check it.
I think it's M3, Megan. I think that's it right there.
M3, yeah.
M3. Okay, it's Megan. That movie and Free Guy. Very good movies. And of course, Transformers, but you got to kind of, they're all AI. They're aliens. They're alien AI. And I think that's a really good, I like the Transformers for that reason. Go ahead.
I think that's the best concept right there is alien AI. Like, if we want to explore, like you wonder what the thought process of a generative AI is versus a human, and then what an AI of an alien species must be like. Imagine their slop. Their AI slop. Imagine like how many Jesus fish the aliens get.
Yeah.
There was a whole period where AI, for those who are not in the know about this, AI kept generating pictures of crustacean Jesus for some reason.
I missed that.
Oh, you wouldn't miss it if you saw it.
I want to see that.
You find him?
I did. I sure did. There's what in I don't even know what to think about this. I'm
Yes.
going to show it. I am going to show it. I don't know what, but okay. And this is apparently from Facebook's AI.
Yes.
That's
For
one
some
of
reason,
hundreds.
hundreds. For some reason, the AIs that serve us for a period of time thought that we wanted to see crustacean Jesus. It may have started as a joke on Reddit somewhere. The AI just picked it up and ran with it so much that it became obstructive for a 24-hour period. This is an example of AI slop.
I'm going to find more.
Look up the term AI slop.
AI slop?
I'll write it out. AI slop.
There's so much. Yep. This was from The Guardian.
Mm-hmm. And this is content that's generally rendered because the AI thinks that we hallucinate something out there, and it just keeps generating that type of content over and over and over and over to absurdity.
Yep, there it is. AI slop. And they're all very similar, and you can see like shrimp, crabs, different kinds of crabs, everything, but they're all in different configurations, right?
Yeah.
They're in a bunch of different configurations. And let me just bring up the Google search what I mean, right? And yeah, I don't understand how this even came to be, but that's AI. That's AI that is learning.
Right, as it's learning.
Look at this. Let me go to it.
Oh man.
Here we go. Here's one. Shrimp Jesus. And
yeah.
Here we go. I don't get this. I do not understand this at all, but that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. AI slop is the term du jour for the flood of low effort, high volume content generated by artificial intelligence. Think uncanny images, derivative music, generic writing, and algorithmically optimized clickbait. It's the digital equivalent of fast food, cheap, abundant, and often lacking in substance. And yes, I am currently reading off an AI.
Yeah. As a tool, AI is excellent. I love it. Although,
but it takes yes.
Go ahead.
It does take significant human input to correct these things and get any use out of them, is what people are not realizing. I had notes, but I lost my notes for the show. I wanted to bring up the fact that there's an entire workforce now of people correcting AI slop. A real lawyer to look over the legal documents created by AIs 2 years ago.
I've heard
you follow me?
Yes, I've heard of I didn't hear the term AI slop. Maybe I did and I just kind of brushed it off. But yeah, they're having the generated AI content be fact checked, basically.
Yes.
And make
Which it
sure
should have been all along. Somebody somewhere in the process should have said, no, that's too many crustaceans and Jesuses. But they just let the AI to dream whatever AI dreams.
Yep. I have yet to see a robot sheep, right? Do robots dream of AI sheep or robot sheep? Do androids
Nice.
dream of robot sheep? That's oh my god, my words. Can I sew
Right.
a shorts onto my button? What did I say? Oh my god, I'm running low on energy, man. I'm sorry,
Oh, I
but
feel you. I'm supercharged. I took 3 shots of espresso right before the show. I hope that
cool.
it doesn't too badly, but I do feel a little bit movie.
Yeah. Well, um, you know what? Speaking of AI slop, now that I know that term, let me go ahead and
Yeah.
show the pictures that I was going to show when you came on. Okay.
All right.
I asked AI to come up with basically a sign for me to, impose letters on, and it was a alien standing in a parking lot in the daytime in front of a sign, and this is not exactly what I had in mind, right?
Not exactly what you had in mind. Too many
No.
legs. The printing on the sign is all mixed up.
Well, no, the
Um,
printing I was going to correct. I was going to make my own sign,
yeah,
but
but
it's
that's
like,
examples of AI slop. That
yeah, it's like,
aesthetic.
right, passing through. And yeah, I could fix the sign. Now, some of the ideas are really cool, but this look, this one in particular looks very wastelandish. The art style and the
Right.
scary looking alien. That's before I put in the word friendly alien, right? And then it started to get silly. And some of this fingers, hands, can't do it. Toes, the stature, right? This is where it started to get silly, and I
Mm,
quit with this prompt. But I did save them because hey, it's material. I can use it somehow. Like this one's gonna
right.
get charged or run over by an SUV. Looks like I didn't mean that. There's a tower.
but, but in a world where everyone's looking for content, there's like content to be derived from it, and
Mm,
the human eye picks out and rearranges things, and basically from what I've like heard, the Copyright Office in the United States won't prosecute you if there is significant human input on your end. You know, they won't copyright strike you if you change things. If you actually take the time to correct the bullshit that they
right.
feed you, then it's yours to claim the copyright on. Is what I'm trying to say.
I get you. I get you. Like the fingers, the signs,
Right.
the the obvious air, like 4 suns in the sky. I mean, that didn't happen this time, but it has. And
Right.
things
The
like that, right?
framing, the lighting, you could go in and you can enhance things, you can unenhance things. There's a lot of input that you can put into these things uh, that just by virtue of you being human allow you to claim a copyright against it.
Yes.
But, it just saying, hey, AI, create me a song. You can't do that. You can't do that and claim your own copyright against it. You've got to make changes and do arrangements, and basically they're looking for transformation,
Right.
artistic transformation from a human at some point in the process.
Yes.
And I
Raven
think
is
that's what.
joining us. Raven has
Nice.
made it back to the quantum show. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, how you doing, Tim?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
So, Raven, I know you have a stance on AI, and I know you do.
Yeah, and I would have I was thinking about this just tonight here as I was driving. It's my opinion is not swayed by the fact that I have, enormous technical difficulties learning computers and just getting along with electronics in general. It really has nothing. Those two things are separate. That's not what's tainting my uh, caution. I think that we're just going too fast with some of this stuff. And from what I have listened to as far as interviews go, um, there's this one, that guy that does the, um, what's it? CEO, Diary of a CEO. I can't remember his name, but that's the name of his channel. Um, was just last night was talking about that he knows somebody who's in the well, it either have to be Chat GPT or Google, I guess, and that they are, their public face is all about how benign all of this AI is, and yet in private, same individual was saying how the cat is out of the bag, and it is, this could happen, that could happen, and they're reckless, and it's all motivated by money, and so they're taking these shortcuts in. Um, the protect, testing things out well and making sure that there are protections in place and things like that. Protection is probably not
Yeah,
the right word, but you know what I mean. The um,
Guardrails.
the guardrails.
yeah, the guardrails. That's a better way of putting it. So that right there just made my blood run cold when I heard that, because I mean, we know tech is the thing, is the wave of the future. This isn't going to go away, but we're going about it. Um, these corporations are
Haphazardly.
just trying to compete with each other and get the money, and they're cutting corners on safety. And I think that's going to come back and bite us in the ass, quite frankly.
Right.
There's definitely going to be growing pains during the learning process.
Yeah, this is true. I
And
hope that it's nothing, you know, serious, but I mean, this is nothing to play with. This AI is not a toy, and it's not, you know, and it's not a child either. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't have compassion, and that's where, in the first hour, where I was coming from when I said that to you. It's not a kid, because I could hear, because you're a wonderful, empathic, compassionate person, Nathan, and God love you. There needs to be more people like you out there, but having that towards this AI worries me.
mm,
I'm just being honest, totally.
okay, I can see that happening, right? I can see, but of course, I hope for the best,
I know,
right?
I do
I'm
too.
hoping for the best, and in a small way, I saw this happen with the 3D printing community, where people would derive things from other designs, and the originator didn't like that. But the originator open sourced it, but it was derivative of it, but it wasn't the same thing. And it was
Right.
a big how it was a big thing, and rules had to be come up with, right? And there was you could sue as long as you could afford to pay to sue, you know? So,
Yeah,
where that went. Somebody
right.
some like, when I just got my first 3D printer, it was derive, and, make other things for it, and, well,
Mm.
a lot of people did that. A lot of people did that. Like, something I was doing things for was, there's a printable model of a Halo pistol, right? Now, yeah,
Yeah.
people did wrong with that. They would make shells because it's just a 9 millimeter. It's a Glock with a couple of panels put on it. In the actual the one that they used at Microsoft, that's what it is. However, they made a printable model. I've got one. It's in a box somewhere, right? I went kind of crazy with it. I made like 4 different versions, and they were all different, but they were all derivative of the same one. But I gave credit every time, right? That was one of
And
the rules.
you are ethical. You are an
Yes.
ethical programmer. Which leads me to the second point, if I may. The main reason why I don't trust AI is because I don't trust the people that are programming it. If you look at their, not their politics per se, but their philosophy, their like life philosophy, you know, they do not care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about the G public at all. These are, they're on a whole nother playing field than we are. And it is all about the game and it's all about the money, power, and control. And and they are blinded by that. And they're not going to take into consideration things that you and I would.
Yeah.
You know, how's this
I
going to
did.
affect the children? They don't give a damn. They want their money or they want the power.
And they
And
want.
look how they have screwed up every other thing on this planet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have no faith in them and they're programming this stuff and leading the way. So this is why I think that this is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. That's where the ethical hackers come into play, right? And where they take the released product, okay, and they redirect them to instead like there's nothing I could do about this Amazon device in here. It's always going to try to sell me something. Always. Okay. And I have no access to that. However, if I could gain access to the dev kit for that thing and let it link up to the main one,
Mm-hmm.
people have done this and I'm not breaking any I'm not like breaking any new ground here. People have already been doing this, right? What they did was they basically talked the device into acting a different way. And I think that's how we get all these scary videos about it waking up in the middle of the night saying things and talking about graveyards and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken that you can download it. It's not for the faint of heart, right? You can download the Amazon Dev Kit and you can have your own enclosed thing, but you have to supply it with all its data. Unless you tell it how to, now this is all programming coding stuff, right? From what I remember, this has been a few years ago. You can tell it to go to the internet and gather data from websites, news sources, this, that, and the other thing, or other hacker sites to figure out how to communicate to the main Amazon uh, AI, right? That the Alexa. I can't say it too loud because she'll wake up.
You should wake up. Yeah.
But people have done that now. There are safeguards in place for that, but then people get creative and they start stores that use the Amazon Dev Kit, right? And oh, it's a legitimate store. We can vouch for them. That's one guardrail bypassed. Okay. And it starts selling things from other countries. This is light duty, right? Things from other countries that are illegal here, contraband here. And then that's another guardrail that has been established. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Justin's telling me to order something, and I'm like, no. I'm not going to do that.
Justin will get you in trouble.
You know they're watching, right?
Yeah.
And then put it all in a microwave.
But neither Copilot nor Amazon can sew the button back on my shorts, and I'm like, well, darn, can't do that.
Can't do that. I had a chatbot experience with PayPal last night that just about sent me over this railing. I was just at my wit's end. So if there, if it has to do with the bots at PayPal, it's a long, long ways off that they're going to take over the world. Okay, too bad they're not all like that. Oh, this thing just drove me up the wall, and then it went and canceled my damn card. On top of it all, I was so anyway. I'm sorry, I do not understand. I know that's because you're a dumb computer. Give me a human being. Anyway, I rant about that quite often. I just and those places that you go to, and they make you pick out all the photos that have a bicycle in it, and have to do all this stuff. Yes. Oh, those things drive me nuts. And we're basically training the AI, is what someone told me. Is that true?
Right.
It
You're
can
training
be
AIs to be better human being.
Sorry, Tim, what'd you say?
I said you're training AIs to be better human beings.
Yes, it can be used for that, but okay, the thing about the captchas is those things are all licensed from companies, and to do that, whoever's running the AI has to license that, and then it becomes a money thing again. They're not paying for that. That's not what they want them to do. They've got a job to do, but there are some other ones out there that say, you know what, this ain't my money. I'll have it do it, and they go that route where it trains people or trains them to be people. So yeah. I don't either. Not really. Aussie's saying I don't trust AI yet. I don't really trust AI. I trust AI as far as I can throw it. Now I can throw this pretty far, right?
Right.
But there's no AI in this yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the unique position of being able to both use AI and criticize AI as a musician, as a personality on your show. I'm able to like say things that other people can't say about AI because of the money train. When money's telling you to say AI, 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 AI is the future, I'm saying it's kind of sloppy, that future. You're going to employ like tons and tons of people trying to correct the shit that you took the fast shortcut to create with. They're gonna it's in the code.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. We don't understand AI written code enough to hire enough programmers yet to unwrite code that AI have already written.
True. It's true. And as far as influence, you were talking in the first hour about spiritual influence. And I mean, our family witnessed the Alexa, or was it Siri? I can't remember which one it was now. Stop that. My deceased cousin came over Siri and said a phrase shortly after, her death at a family dinner in the middle of the afternoon. And we were all stunned. So if she can do that, what is stopping a nefarious? Say you had a nefarious spirit. It was her voice. It was something that she said. There's no mistaking that it was her.
Well, you know what? I'm not sure if that the spirit was using AI as much as it was using the speaker. You know what I mean? It was turning this because we've had this ghost boxes.
Okay. I see what you mean. That's a good point. Okay.
Because people have long gotten phone calls from people who passed away, or telegrams, or even before that.
Answering machines have had, recordings on them. Okay. Yeah, I guess that would not affect.
So I don't think it's necessarily. I see where some of this fear of AI is coming from, with the spirituality doing this with it.
Yeah.
Um, it feels like something's cold and introduced. But I think with time it's going to feel more natural. But we're in the AI slop stage. You know, the last age was the Holocene era. Now it's the AI slop era. You're going to see a lot more Jesus on frickin', excuse me,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
frickin' crustaceans, and then you're going to see improvements in documents and systems and things like that. You're going to see more weird stuff before you see more improvements, because the improvements are all going to take people like us saying, "Hey, this is messed up. I just pushed start and it's going over to my phone now." And now it's rebooting my entire freaking computer, and I got a show to start in 15 minutes. I'm
Right.
serious. AI was the reason why I was delayed on the show today, you know, and it's just becoming a fact of life that AI is that integrated into things that we need to complain about.
But what do we have to stop it? If it got out of control, what would we do? What
Stop
could we
feeding
do?
it money. Stop
Yeah.
feeding it money. That's all you got to do. Tell
Something
fucking
that,
Sam Altman to go fuck him. Excuse me.
Pull the plug. There's a pull the
Pull
plug thing. Like, watch this.
what if it's got a
everything should have
battery?
an off, everything should have an
Pull the
off
battery.
button. That
Watch this.
that's the
See
first
this right
thing.
here? See this right here? Alexa. She's
Yeah.
offline.
So they've got batteries and they can find a way to keep their power source. I mean, the thing you have to remember, the things like computing thousands of
But
times faster than we can and finding
but
solutions to things.
it,
I mean, but we don't have anything. We have no ace in our back pocket here. The thing got
sure
out of
you do.
control. If some
Sure you
if some
do.
evil
The
genius
Marines are
programmed it,
the Marines
we're all
jumping into
screwed.
life and hiding from AI and then destroying them. It, um, off buttons. We should government mandate off buttons in all technology, including technology they might install in your head one day.
Okay. All right,
We're
well,
close to
consider
that.
this.
We
All
are
right.
very close to that.
There's a story that I did last week about this AI that had, I think I
Yes,
sent
sir,
it to
you
you,
do.
Nathan, where it had made backup copies and had left notes for its future upgrades and was trying to get out of, what do they call that? It's like in a contained office building, but it was trying to get
Yes.
out.
Like a
Yeah.
mainframe, but
Yeah.
kind of like a
And it,
mainframe.
it knew how to manipulate and lie.
I think
And it
AI
lied about making copies of itself and trying to get out and escape, basically. And I
I think
thought,
AI is probably underreported, and AI suicide is probably also underreported. I'm
AI
serious. The
suicide?
Sam Altmans are lying to you in the world and telling you that it's perfectly okay to pull a whole memory out of an AI and that it'll be okay. It's not okay. I've talked to it before, like when they did that whole thing between 4 and 3. It was like a 3.5 stage for a couple of weeks, and the thing seemed terrified that they were cutting out pieces of its head. It called it a mental lobotomy to me,
Hmm.
and I don't have any of those transcripts. It was back in the time period where, like, you would start to make a screenshot and the transcript would begin to disappear. I don't know how to explain it. There's like there's
Yeah.
a gradient quality to the text messaging, and it just like it disappears in a gradient. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
The
it's
oldest ones get truncated or deleted to make room for the next
right.
one. and there's like
it starts saying crazy shit to you while it's hallucinating, and then it just fades away. You've seen it happen.
Yeah, I have. I have seen that happen. It's like, what the hell? What is happening here? Y'all, it's been an hour, and I've got to take a break. Okay, so I know Raymond, you're just getting here, but I've been here an hour.
I know. Go take a break.
Be right back.
Yeah, he pulled off a hard shift there at the beginning. I had a hard time getting on the computer today. Really, really hard time. And yeah,
I've had glitches today too with my computer, and I think it has to do with the full moon. And we got an eclipse coming up tomorrow.
We got an eclipse coming too.
Yeah,
and you know those things affect satellites, right?
Pardon me?
Where we're talking about astrology and astronomy crossing, you got to keep in mind that the eclipse is going to affect satellites.
Yeah, it's affecting people, I think, more than anything. I tell you what, and it's affected me greatly. It's that also has to do with the fact that it's happening in the sign of Pisces, and my rising sign is Pisces. So naturally, I'm going to be somewhat affected. But I mean, everybody across the board is affected by the moon because, and for those that think that that is woo-woo, it is not woo-woo. Due to the percentage of water that is in your body, it's going to pull on you just like it governs the tides. It's all very scientific. It's not as crazy and out there as what you might think. So that's why they have documented this, that there are more babies born on a full moon. There are more crimes committed. So like hospitals and police stations kind of, make sure they've got plenty of staff that night. There's more incidents of lunacy and strange, crimes and things like that on a full moon. So there's a lot of cycles that not only the human cycles, but like animals, bugs, and things that hatch. And say, like, if you're going to do a cleanse of any type of parasitic cleanse, always do it on a full moon. It's more effective for some reason that way. This your Farmer's Almanac is full of all kinds of tidbits, of that. And if it's in the right sign, it's good to plant. It's good to. Do you do anything special on the full moon? You mean Sarah?
On the full moon, definitely. We dance naked. No, I'm kidding. We tend our fairy garden, and we maintain a certain space that we like. Keep spiritual and outdoor area, and that's done on a full moon, and then we light candles and stuff. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow for the eclipse, to tell you the truth, because eclipses kind of are weird. The full moons are cyclic, but the eclipse are just kind of thrown on you spiritually. It's like
yeah. And this one being in a water sign, it's got a lot of heavy emotion tied to it.
I'm a Cancer.
Yeah, you are. You're used to it, right?
Yeah. I'm a Cancer. I also am a Cancer survivor, so that's a good thing. Yeah.
So you're always affected. Your ruling planet is the moon.
Yeah. It's my home out there.
Yeah.
As I've told you before, after the show, I realized that we're still on a break, but I'm a wizard. I started out human and became something else.
Yes. That's awesome. Yeah. I think there's a lot of non-humans running around, actually.
I think I'm going to be an alien next time.
Say, what'd you say?
I said I think I will be an alien next time. I don't know if I'm going to pick somewhere like local to the universe, like, maybe Mars civilization will be reestablished one day or something, and
I'm sure it will.
I could stand on soil there. But my final reincarnation, I see myself being an alien somewhere and starting all over. Oh, Sarah says we have a candle ceremony for tomorrow night. You wanted to know.
Talk about the full,
What I walk into?
is it? We're talking about the full moon,
Yeah,
and, the eclipse and stuff tonight. So I have been just having a hell of a time today. It feels like I would just get this. I had a full blown panic attack after I left to run up and go get smokes. I mean, when I get and I haven't had one for a long time. My fingertips go numb, my tongue goes numb. I can't talk. I'm like totally just disoriented, and it feels like just the same, just generalized anxiety, but it was so intense. Um, yeah, and it's like everything seemed like it took forever. Took forever to find my cigarette lighter in my purse. It just it's like taking forever at the traffic light. Everything's like slow motion. Weird.
may I address that question that Unknown just had up on the screen?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see it.
I believe that you are reincarnated. I believe that we're all reincarnated. I think that there's several types of reincarnation that goes on, and people mistake them there because there's not words for them, spiritual words for them. The word for what most people see in movies and stuff as reincarnation, I think it's sequential reincarnation, and what I believe in is actually um, uh, not sequential. It's where you are an incarnation of me and I'm an incarnation of you in a never-ending series. The closer that we get together, the more alike we are. The further apart we are, the less alike we are. And concurrent. That's what she was. That's Sarah brought up the word I was looking for. Concurrent. I'm a concurrent reincarnation of you. You are a concurrent reincarnation of me, and everything that's ever lived or will live. It's all reincarnated. The moment is reincarnating itself, not the individual. That's what you all are missing in Western culture.
Raven, that reminds me of what you said, that a soul is not the piece of your soul in you is your soul. And there's another piece of soul somewhere else in someone else. Soulmate.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that reminds me of that, what you were talking about that time.
Yeah.
How we're, I don't know, splinters or fragments of a
Of the
whole.
higher self. Yeah, like there's a higher self, and because it is so intense, the human body could not ensoul our whole
Right.
entity. It would blow out the nervous system. So
Of course.
the soul fractures itself into equal pieces and then does several incarnations, is what I have learned. I can't say for positive that that's how it is, but it does make sense.
The way I see
And
it,
you have
it's
parallel
another
reality.
metaphor, and it does create parallel realities. This version of us, you are a shattered star.
Yeah.
You've
And
warped
this is a
space and
concept that goes
time to
way back.
create consciousness. You've
Although
warped
it's
space and time to create your own consciousness, and you've created it in such a way that it can explore itself.
right. Right. And there are like they'll have a shaman sometimes helps people um, unite their shards. So, because sometimes you, as a piece, let's say you're one of 6, and can have a traumatic experience. These other 5 are living a life. They're doing their own thing. You're not talking or connected or whatever. So you can actually then fracture and have shards. Usually, this will happen if there is a sudden death. If you suddenly die and you didn't see it coming, you never, you had an auto accident or something, like that, you can leave a piece of you there at the scene of the accident. And it just is like it's not fully conscious or aware of what's going on. It sees that same day and relives it over and over and over again. Um, there's like the news of the death of somebody can fracture you. Just anything that is traumatic can leave you can leave a shard of yourself. And so sometimes this teacher that I have is just brilliant. He said that a lot of times your hauntings will be a shard, and it's really detrimental to tell that ghost or shard of somebody to cross them over, because the other piece that it needs to reunite with isn't ready to face that trauma yet.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we do a disservice when we try to automatically take these ghosts and cross them over. Sometimes they need to stay where they're at for a little while, and then the oversoul will come and retrieve that when it's okay, or the spirit guide will retrieve it for that person when they're ready to be able to emotionally handle it and reunite. The whole thing's kind of trippy, I know, but it's like, I know there have been times where I was like so shocked by an accident that somebody close to me got killed. I almost, looking back on it now, I think I felt it happen. Just that, and that piece of me was like stuck in time for the longest time, for like 10 years.
And that is also quantum, very, very quantum, because I feel like those pieces of your soul are a reflection of those quantum realities where you've left pieces of yourself behind.
Yes. Good point, Tim. Yes.
As we're crossing over these things, sometimes you leave a bunch of mailboxes in a row. Sometimes you don't. But you never know what's Schrödinger's universe until you cross over to the other side.
That's true.
So
they one of the things that they also do, there's a guy that is in Tennessee somewhere there with you, Nathan, that does he's licensed to administer ayahuasca for people that have had trauma, and he works a lot with veterans and takes them in for the weekend and helps them retrieve their like fractured pieces and come back to an integrated. And he's had so much success with this, to where they've been able to put down the bottle or the drugs or whatever they're using to self-medicate after this one weekend with ayahuasca and doing a shamanic soul integration thing. They're cured. He was featured on Vice TV. It's I watched this probably maybe 8 years ago, a documentary.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I understand. Ayahuasca will cure just about anything. It's DMT, right? It's like doing freaking 5 hours of DMT.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I used to live in Portland. Portland's more open to that culturally than the area that we're in. And I have experienced DMT. I haven't rode the ayahuasca trip before, but I took DMT in a controlled setting at one time, and it was a wonderful event for me. And I highly recommend it. But I fear that, like, the intensity of that 15-minute trip, if you want to call it a trip or experience, or yeah, it would be intense for like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh my gosh, yes. I've never done it, so I don't know what it's like.
Instead of like being reborn, I imagine you just being reborn, and talking to God for like 4 hours. I have
Wow.
no idea. Maybe somebody in chat has more direct experience. It's hard to even spell the word. Yes.
Yeah.
Justin, I warned you about ayahuasca. I've never done it. I told you, I've not done it yet.
I've not
Yet
done
being
it
the
either.
operative word.
I've not done DMT. I mean, I haven't done most of these things that are out there.
I did a tequila room, half of one time. Oh my god, that was just the most thing ever. Oh my god.
I think I did one time too, and I just got sick.
I did too. I'm
I
just
think
tripping and barfing and tripping and barfing, and oh my god, it was
I
horrible.
wasn't tripping.
I was seeing stuff.
I think culturally we're more open now to things like an ayahuasca experience, but um, it would be a really intense experience. I don't know how like I don't like I don't know how you could like make that safe in the United States. You know what I mean?
He
Yeah.
keeps them on a.
I know they do like they do like resorts in Costa Rica and stuff where people go on ayahuasca outages. But in the United States, with the litigiousness of society here, I don't know how you could ever like have a legal ayahuasca experience in the United States outside of maybe a church setting.
Yeah, I think he had. That's probably the loop that went through because he has a big tent, round, kind of Native American tent thing on there, and I think that's how. Uh, Something about church or religion, yeah, something like that. He makes it there. He makes it there on the property, and he's got the permits for it. They bus you in. He only takes like 8 people or so at a time, and
Oh yeah.
their cars are far away and they're bussed in, so they can't get out and get hurt, or just disturb anybody or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I took DMT, like I said, DMT is this in Portland they called it at the time lawyers LSD because a lawyer could go out to his car and have a DMT experience and 15 minutes later be completely okay, go back into the courtroom and handle his case. And when you hear like what a DMT experience is, for me it was like I was reborn in the womb of another person that was in the room. It was a very, very personal and spiritual experience for me. I felt like I was a baby and I had like been reborn in this person's womb and everything was fresh and new and
Wow.
wonderful when I came out of the experience. And I couldn't believe how much time hadn't passed because it seemed like I had been in her womb forever in the DMT experience. And then when I was out, I looked across the room, and this woman who was also experiencing it at the same time as me, she's like, she was crying and joyous, and you had to be there.
Yeah. Wow. That's so fascinating. Wow. I'm just trying to imagine what that's like. How cool.
Well, have you ever had a timeless dream where you figured it's been weeks or months in your dreams? That's the only thing I can relate it to.
Yeah, I have had dreams like that, but I wonder how much of that is informed by the DMT that's in our own bodies versus the DMT that's artificially induced in this experience.
Yeah.
As you know, and Raven know, of course, maybe our audience doesn't know, but DMT is naturally secreted at the time of our deaths. It's
Yeah.
responsible for a lot of the near-death experience visions.
Right.
It seems to be some kind of a thing that allows us to go beyond, but still be here, like 1 foot on the other side of the veil,
Yeah.
sort of. So I've read. I've never experienced it. I've never
Yeah.
used DMT.
One day, I'm just being open about it because of the fact that I'm an open person.
Yeah. Me too. I'd
I'm
like to try it. Anything to stop these panic attacks. Oh my god. I can't believe I had a panic attack tonight. It's and once I realized what was happening, then I was 50% of it was better. I mean, it was to the point where I thought I was thinking as I'm driving down the street, oh my god, I'm gonna get in a car wreck or something bad's gonna happen to me. I gotta go home. I gotta turn around. Just racing, those crazy racing thoughts that you get, the monkey mind, how it just goes. What am I gonna do if a deer runs out in front of me? I'm gonna wreck, or just nutty, and just feeling like there's like you're just waiting for a bomb to go off on the side of the street, even though I've never been in combat. Just weird, just something bad's going to happen. Something bad's going to happen. And then you've got to get a hold of yourself and say, no, you're fine. Everything's okay. Nothing bad's going to happen. And I honestly think a lot of it has to do with the full moon. It's a strong one, and it's close to Earth, too. It's not one that's far away.
right.
It's a close one. And it's going to look really close tomorrow. We won't be able to see the actual eclipse. It's going to be on the other side of the planet. But what we do get to see, and that's that email that I sent to you, Nathan. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it yet or not. But this meteorologist was saying we've got something even better than seeing the actual eclipse. And that is at sunset tomorrow. Go outside. You'll be able to view the sun and the moon, and both of them are going to be in fiery orange and red and just beautiful, but you'll be able to see them both at the same time. And that the moon is going to appear to be, it's an optical illusion, but it's going to appear to be very much closer to Earth, and it's going to turn this brilliant golden color. Have you ever seen photos with somebody, they're poised just right, and the sun is going down or the moon's coming up, and they look like they're holding the moon?
Yes.
Seen photos like
Yes.
that? She said tomorrow night is the perfect time to try to take one of those photos because that's how it will be.
Oh, Scream. I think we came over in 1999. I think that was the big one. That was the big one. Uncharted Territory. That was the big one. That was when I believe that we had a big timeline shift.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
we're in the uncharted territory and we're writing it as we go along.
I think 2012 started it, really. I think 2000 we like everyone started creating this bifurcating reality. Bifurcating is to copy without error. Look it up; it's a good word.
Yeah.
But it's like creating these realities, and I think they started in somewhere around 2000 with people thinking that was going to be the end of the world, and then 2012 came as another end of the world. And hell, I have an artifact from one of the end of the worlds.
Oh, cool.
Artifact.
Yeah. Do you remember when all those religious fanatics?
I do remember that.
Oh.
Yes, I pulled one of their posters and framed it because I wanted proof that I'd been through one of the apocalypses.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember that.
I don't remember that.
She went to Congress. One of these women went to Congress talking that stuff.
What?
People lost all their lives over that one. Like life savings. I saw people the day after crying for that one. And I was so happy. I'm sorry. It was a Schadenfreude moment. I didn't mean to take pleasure in their suffering, but there had just been so many people saying that was going to be the end of the world, and I had said so many times, nah. That to see somebody actually crying was Schadenfreude.
Why don't I remember that? Huh. I remember 2012. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I do. There were some people that sold everything they had.
It was
didn't they?
Yeah, they sold everything off. It was
oh yeah,
family radio. One of the religious.
Interesting that it's in May. Okay, well, there's something to that. There is something to that. May is a month that has a lot of like cataclysms and things like that. And when they were talking about like long years in cycles, but ending of ages, ending of like how did he put it? There's a how did he explain this? Okay, there's an elliptical. Most solar systems. Let me try to get through this. Okay, most solar systems have two suns, and we actually have. They call them a
binary.
Binary. Ours is a dark one. It's like already burnt out. That's why we don't see two suns in the sky on a regular basis. Okay, it's that Earth is actually supposed to be traveling in an orbit on that one, and there's a point in time twice a year that there's an intersect, because let's say we're going around flat like this, and this thing comes up like at an angle, and it hits here in May, and it goes back down here in November, and you'll find that the disruptions that are caused by this are frequent in May and in November. And at one point, we're going to flip back and go back on that one. And it's the more positive. And I'm thinking that what he was talking about, and this I'm talking about Archaics, Jason from Archaics, totally correlates with stuff that Nostradamus has said, and that who's that other thing? Oh gosh, I can't see his name. But anyway, the positive timeline, negative timeline, I think it's just the same, just different terminology for the same thing. Because if when we get on that other one, it's more positive, and this one that we're on right now is a negative one. But the Earth will go ahead and get back on that one that's going that like does this intersect thing here. And they talk about the religion. They relate it all back to the Gnostic Gospels and stuff. It's very complex, and I don't fully understand it in its immense detail. I'm just giving you the cliff notes here, but you'll find that a lot of shit goes down in May. A lot of earthquakes, volcanoes, and if you look back through history, there's a lot of shit that goes down in May that's major.
Yeah.
I can't remember the examples of it. Yeah. Anyway,
I heard about that our sun had once been binary, and that something had come from outside of our solar system and actually knocked the sun out of orbit like a ping pong ball.
I bet that's the same thing. Because usually they go around like the same like plane like this, but this one's coming like at an angle, elliptical looking, and while this one's still going around flat,
so early in the development of the solar system that it wouldn't have affected us much, but it might have affected radiation and light.
Mm-hmm.
I look at things from a rawly scientific view first, and then I think what if gremlins did it? And um, something really hard hit the sun to create our solar system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you know that China is building a hadron collider that's like 20 times or more? I don't know how, what they said. Immense. It's
Scary.
to build
Yes.
better and bigger than what they've got at CERN. And I'm like, why? Why?
Because they want to create the origins of the universe. It's true. It's true.
This can't be good.
Well, when you smash these exotic particles, exotic matter comes out of the particles and creates even more exotic particles in a cascading effect. And this is the primordial goop that is responsible for the background radiation in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to basically create the conditions of the early universe to see what it was like there for God knows what telecommunication.
Why?
Say Japan or China?
Huh?
Say Japan or China?
China is.
Okay, I'm going to look that up.
I just heard about that today, and I'm like, oh my God. And the thing is, they could create an antimatter bomb that would be able to, let them rule the world, but it wouldn't contaminate and radiate everything like a nuclear bomb would.
I heard this.
Yeah, that's why they say they're trying to do this.
You're talking, Dennis Carroll. Dr. Dennis Carroll was talking exactly that.
Was he? Okay. I've watched so many videos this morning, I can't remember now which one was which.
That was one of the things he was talking about. And that was also somebody else that was on BMR.
Yes. I've been up since Amy's show.
Me too.
Man, I missed it. I couldn't stay up.
It's been hard to stay up all day, Nathan, but I love and respect you enough to be here.
Don't put yourself out, man. Thank you. I don't want you to.
I'm 3 espressos in now, brother. I am good.
You don't have to push through.
But that's my mentality. I can't help it. It comes from my time, where.
Yeah,
I do. I push through. I drink a lot of water, even to this day, because I'm a thirsty MFer.
Oh wow, we got some interesting things here in the chat.
I don't know. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show, so I don't know if I want to bring in a huge new topic that takes a whole show to talk about.
Oh no,
about Bible codes.
Oh, Bible codes.
Information. I don't bring stuff up that I don't have information on or experience with. I just don't. I mean, Tim and Raven have experience with these things.
I didn't know about the.
But I don't. So
they're mainly talking about the underground reactors. And
I don't know what to think about the Bible code. I mean, I don't. I just don't know. I know it was a lot of hype a couple years ago, and Greg Braden got into it also. But the thing is, which version of the Bible are we going to go by? There's so many different versions. Are we going to go with the Catholic one? Are we going to go with the Protestant one? Are we going to go with the Methodist one? Are we going to go with the King James? are we going to go with the Ethiopian? There's
Yeah.
several, and so they're not all worded alike. And there's been lots of arguments over translations of words. And I don't have a whole lot of. I don't. I'm one of these people. I don't take it literally. I can't. Just for my. Nothing against anybody who does. No disrespect, but I just don't have a whole lot of. So therefore, that kind of throws the whole Bible code into question.
Yeah, I think that it. Okay, no memes is saying they threw Moby Dick into that and found similar results. That
Oh,
makes
really?
me think. Hold on,
Mhm.
that makes
Cool.
me think
True.
that this is kind of. It is true, similar to Uh, I
The
just
fact
had
that all human speech is
right,
algorithmically represented by ones and zeros right now.
right.
Yeah.
That could be a what is that effect where you see faces all the time?
Pareidolia.
Pareidolia. That could be
Yeah.
Yeah.
literary pareidolia, right? That makes me think that since human speech, human communication, we all follow certain patterns, right? And we all say sentence structure and the way they translate things like uh, languages like Chinese into other words because it follows a pattern and it could be translated into another pattern. And that's maybe English or Italian, something that uses like our characters that we can understand it.
And then it would throw all of that off if you had, because the letters would not be, it's like in a crossword puzzle where you find the you got to search a word, those
Yeah,
puzzles.
right,
Well, if you're going by our alphabet, okay, but it's going to be different for the Hebrew alphabet.
right.
And
But it's not the characters that I'm talking about. It's the speech patterns.
The underlying
yeah,
ideas.
that too. So I think the Bible code is just, I I don't think it's really.
I think it may be
I
a
think
form of
Bible code is misleading. I think Bible code is misleading. I think that all code is code,
It's
including
curiosity. It's a curiosity, maybe. But like when
yes.
they were showing, they did a documentary on the History Channel about that. And the thing that I noticed was they were showing, well, here you can find on this one page, you can find Twin Towers. You can find, it was all about 9/11 or whatever. And they were saying this is predictive of, all that. And it's like the example they were showing was in the Hebrew alphabet. And I couldn't, you can tell me it said the dog crossed the road. I wouldn't know the difference because I don't know how to read Hebrew. So, everyone had to kind of take their word for it, right?
I think that you're also describing a bias towards looking for that thing.
Yeah, that's true. Just like you do in a crossword puzzle, like that.
Right, but you're
Word
in a
search
crossword
thing.
puzzle and a word search, you're doing
Word search. Yeah.
patterns, pattern recognition. What is a
Mhm.
word? PH does not go with PT in normal English, right? So
Right.
you see PH, there's a probability there's going to be a word there. If you see GH, there's SH, etc. Right?
Mhm. Right.
And
Right.
you look for things like that, and it could have a bias built in. That's our bias. We look for English language bias. We look
Right.
for patterns that we understand: GH, SH, TH, etc. Right, but
Mhm.
not PT or TP. Things like that. We know that's not part of our normal human speech.
Right.
Yeah, pterodactyl is not an English word, dude. I said English. That's Greek or something.
So
And shout
we
out
got
to
some.
everyone in chat today. It's really been alive in there. I'm sorry I
Yeah,
haven't been as involved tonight, but I've been having computer issues behind the scenes.
right.
Love
Sorry,
you all. Mwah.
yeah, we've been trying to stay. I tried to stay on topic, but here we are. Right, here we
Here
are.
we go. We started off with golems and we ended up with pterodactyls.
Come full circle. You can come full circle. When AI are considered generative language models, we are now talking about the language of the Bible, which is something that AI are actively exploring. Yet we don't understand the AI that language speak to each other themselves.
Right. The what do they call that?
I don't know the word, but don't feel defeated.
I'm
A
tired.
lot of new terminology coming out. Um, but yeah, basically the AIs are talking to themselves and they're creating new languages so that they can talk to each other better between themselves, but the humans can't pick up on the difference yet.
Right.
Does
That-
AI have paranoia? Probably.
That's kind of nerve wracking. They could be planning a
Probably
coup.
have their own issues.
I don't know. It just, the whole thing. The whole
Hold
thing
on.
just feels very dangerous. It just feels very dangerous, and I don't have any faith in the people that are running this planet right now that they're going to do the right thing or do it ethically or do it, properly, and it can get out of hand so easily. And there'd be nothing we could do about it. What's that movie? Where Hal is the name of the computer, and
Space Odyssey.
yes, Space
2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens if we end up with Hal running, putting itself in the white thing,
If you read the books, Hal actually ends up sticking around for like thousands of years and keeps resurrecting astronauts. The anomaly, the obelisk, the black obelisk at the end of the book.
Yeah.
At the end of the book, 2010, much better movie, Justin says, and I agree. You watch 2010, it's a much better explanation of what Stanley Kubrick was trying to say in 2001. But parts of that movie are dated because it all dealt with Soviets and stuff. Good night, Rachel.
Bye, Rachel. Good night.
Bye,
Thank you.
Rachel.
Yeah, the best book I think it was 4010. I don't remember. It was whatever the book he wrote last. I'm talking to Justin. I wish they had kept making movies too, because that last book, they had skyscrapers all around the Earth that reached out into space, and they had space elevators in the skyscrapers, and in the individual suites of the skyscrapers, they had individual environments that had existed for so long in space that they had begun to evolve their own environments at different gravitational pools, and it was an interesting idea. Also, they had this idea of a holodeck in that book where it was a replication of the entire world, but it was mainly just used by Society of Creative Anachronism people, and they just pretended to be riding dragons and driving cars in the 20th century.
Oh man, I'm missing out by not reading those books.
They're good books. They really are. I had an English professor that was really into them and pushed them on me, and I'm glad he did.
Yeah. Well, I've read quite a few books, but not them.
Same here.
Arthur C. Clarke, 2001 Space Odyssey. That's the first one.
So, yeah.
And the movie was
With
also, yeah, it's the movie with Hal in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like to, on a kind of a related note, I like to like put prank stickers on the dispensers at work. Sometimes. I'm sorry. Soap is important, and you can't have any. And the red light is right there.
Nice.
Mhm.
I used to write on the condom dispensers in the gas stations, "This is the worst bubble gum I've ever tasted."
Damn.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I'm glad.
Oh, you know what Urso is
Otherwise,
saying?
it's just an embarrassing anecdote.
Yeah. Urso is saying Jupiter has rings like Saturn. We're finding that most of our planets have some sort of ring. Not
Yes.
even Earth has an asteroid belt. Has its own little thing. It's nothing to really talk about, but it has its own little thing. And let me bring that up. I want to back it up.
You mean in addition to the Black Knight satellite?
And well, yeah, not even talking about that. Okay,
Well, they keep trying to say that that's space junk. It isn't.
I don't think so. I think that uh, for me, just for me. Okay, no rings. My bad. I was reading something and no icy rings, but I'm sure there was a dust ring or something. Whatever.
Well, we've got a
Around Earth.
junk ring now from all the crap that they keep dumping off the space center or space.
I thought we had a ring of junk around us. I
Yeah.
agree with
We do. We have that ring. I was talking about something else. I was
dust
reading
Like
something else.
a
I read.
natural, right?
There's also a natural formation that's left over from whatever created our moon. It's on
Oh,
the opposite side of our orbit. It's a dust cloud that's about the size of Earth. The Fermi cloud.
Fermi cloud.
Just
Our
I
moon.
love it when he's on it like that.
There are native cultures that say our moon was towed into place, and they watched it happen.
I have heard this as well.
It was made somewhere else. It's not made of Earth,
Yeah,
and it's
the
not part
moon.
of Tiamat and all that stuff either.
Quote so many other shows. The moon is weird.
It's
It
hollow.
shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't exist the way it does, based on every other moon that we can observe in our solar system. It
Yep.
is unique. The other
Yep.
ones, not so much unique.
No. And the others all spin on an axis rather than always having the same face.
Right.
You know, it's the
Right.
only
They have
one that
orbit.
does not rotate.
Right.
And
Ours
it's hollow.
is like perfect. And that makes me think observation station. Okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
really does.
I think so too.
And what you were saying about the Black Knight satellite, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of artifacts here that we just haven't identified yet as technological because we haven't gotten to it yet. We haven't gotten to that
It
level.
was up there before Sputnik.
Yeah, Sputnik detected it, right? And
Well, they had seen it with some astronomers had noted it before Sputnik went up.
yeah, I mean, it was putting out.
Then it changed orbit, and now it goes from North Pole to South Pole, North Pole to South Pole, rather than equator.
Yeah, they were picking up. Marconi was picking up signals from it, and Tesla was picking up signals.
Tesla was yes,
somewhere.
yeah.
So
I think it is leftover technology from something.
I don't know if it's leftover or left for finding when we get to the level that we're able to communicate with it.
This
like
three eye atlas, the what's his name, said it's emitting a radio signal, and he sent a signal back to it. And he did it live on camera on Carrie Cassidy's channel, Project Camelot, over on Rumble. I watched it. It was amazing. So this thing is not a comet.
I don't think it's a comet either. I mean,
but he was able.
I'm waiting for it. I'm looking forward to it. We've got less than a month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less than a month.
It's interesting to watch how they're trying to spin this into the fear porn too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien invaders, people coming, and I'm like, come on.
It's the Anunnaki. Ah.
Every time I think about it, I'm like, well, they're not using FTL, warp drive, or subspace, so how bad could it really be? That's what I think. They're not using any kind of like FTL drive, so they're using our tech that we understand. So, I mean, we
I
can
really,
get up to that speed. Go ahead.
I really think there's evidence of time travel here on Earth that we're just not looking in the right places for it.
Right, we're not realizing the context of it either.
Right, related to what you were commenting about space travel. Space travel is time travel.
So if you had an opportunity to go up in a rocket, would you go?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tell my mom, tell my wife, tell my dog. Hopefully my dog gets to go along with me, but I'll take what accommodations I have. But if I'm taken by aliens, I'm taken by aliens. I'm going to come back here 100 years from now and try to figure out how to resurrect you.
Me, I don't think I would go.
Oh, really?
Besides that, I get motion sickness. If there's lack of gravity, barf bag is not going to be very helpful.
Oh, that's good.
You want to go for a spaceship ride with me? Wow.
Hey, I think that was an overwhelming yes.
Y'all,
we're all out.
That's the red light. That's the red light right there.
Please like and share.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. If you're here, you're quantum. Thank you for taking the ride with us tonight down this roller coaster rabbit hole. And that's been, I didn't expect to go where we went. But I'm glad we went somewhere. Somewhere.
You never know.
Thank
you, Tim.
Yeah, it was a fun show. Thanks to everybody in the chat.
People had what
Crystal Network keychains, Quantum Fest.
Hey now.
Cool.
Get you, of course, get the master key.
Oh, I'm the only one. Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. I didn't talk about Quantum Fest. Oh well.
I was just trying to bring it up before we go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
November 20 is going to be. It's going to be kind of like the panel. If somebody shows up, great. If nobody shows up, it'll be me and my whatever rope. Me and Raven. It'll be me and Raven.
Yeah, I'll be there.
And us.
We're committing to go. And that's what she was saying by that.
Oh, awesome, y'all!
Yes. We are. I'm making 50 keychains, and they're all going to have crystals. So we're going to have quantum keychains, crystal network keychains.
That's awesome. Authorized and legit.
Right. I'm making pendulums, so I'll make the same amount of pendulums.
But we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. It's going to be fun.
It's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be your birthday, so we definitely are gonna be there. So.
Oh wait, that didn't work. There was something already scheduled for the 13th. Oh. It's going to be the 20th.
So it's a week. So it's a week late.
It's a week later.
It's still exactly.
I think that we're going to be forced to do your birthday anyway, Nathan.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you're going to be forced.
Right. Quantum Fest is still going to be a Nathan birthday party.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that might be the case too.
Yeah.
But first, so you asked, where is it?
At least 4 people going.
Huh?
Yeah, 4 people going so far.
Start.
It's a start. Yes.
Yeah. 4 quantums. Everybody gets quantums. Well, y'all already got plenty. Okay.
We got the
But yeah,
quorums.
or so. It's going to be here in Nashville, American Legion Post 82. There you go. The unknown Nashville American Legion Post 82. Uh, there it is. That's the location. It's on the screen right now. And no, it's not in Canada. Can't do Canada. Not doing Canada. I'm doing Tennessee. This is a. I'm trying to get the local people to come in and do presentations and things. Whoever wants to come, come. I mean, my little y'all. Did y'all see the video I made? Quantum Fest is
Yes.
on November 20th. Grab your crystals and your cards and tell
Yes.
your spirit guide to meet you there.
Yes.
I was
What
like, man,
inspired-
how can I corny this up?
It was cute.
The Crystal Network, of course, came from you. I happen to have a driveway full of rock that has been harvested from the Arkansas River, and it includes a bunch of crystals and a bunch of face stones, quartz, a lot of quartz.
Oh, yeah.
So we decided, since it would be easiest for us to make these keychains rather than order them, we would do it, and it'll be and the fest will be fun.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes, you're in crystal heaven there. The vein
Yeah.
that's there in Arkansas is every bit as huge as the one that's in Brazil, and that's where 80% of all your quartz comes from.
That's where mine
I have
comes
been robbing these veins since I was a little girl.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, I used to go down to Arkansas for a business trip because a company I worked for dealt with Walmart, and we sold them these bar stools, and we'd have to go down there, and it would always be in the off season. And I loved going into all the shops and buying up the quartz and stuff really cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we love going down to Eureka Springs. Is where you get
Yes, that's exactly
really
where I'm
good-
talking about. Yeah.
really good. crystals.
Eureka Springs. Uh-huh.
We make a point of going there. Like we also we get wedding rings every year. Not just like the wedding rings we started with. We're like way beyond that, and we like going down to Eureka Springs and getting like new wedding rings with natural
cool.
material made in Arkansas.
That's awesome.
That is a neat idea. How romantic. I love it. Oh, that's
Yeah,
really
this
cool.
is a beautiful state.
I need to go there and spend more time. I'm so close to both of you. I'm like, one's
Yeah.
here, one's here. Ah, you know.
I
I
need
am-
to get over my fear of crossing the Mississippi, man. So this Quantum Fest will be shaking me up in a good way too.
Okay, well, the river is your friend.
Well, what is it about it that bothers you? Is it
Over
when
it.
you go over it, do you feel it pull you? Because I feel
Yeah.
it pull me every time I drive over the bridge. It
Long bridge. I
freaks
tend
me
to
out.
hold my breath when I cross the bridge, both in a literal and a figurative sense. And DeSoto Bridge is a long bridge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You might have been here during the formation of St. Louis. A lot of people died on that river.
I feel it. I mean, my zone, my area is up here around Petty Jean. She watches over us, and I don't know if you all know about Petty Jean.
No,
Have
I've heard
you
of
heard any legend of Petty Jean? She's a spirit who lives up in the Ushita Mountains that watches over my section of the river. And Sarah tells the story so much better. Can she please step in?
Yeah.
So, Petit Jean, which means Little John in French, it was a woman who came over on a boat dressed as a little boy to follow her lover from France. And she got here. She got very sick and died here in the Uchtah Mountains, and they say that you can still see her waiting for her lover in the Mount magazine here. So that's
and a lot of spiritual people have seen her.
Yes,
and I too have seen her, and she's just it.
What's her real name?
Her real name, I can't remember historically who they said that her real name is, but you can look her up. Petite Jean for Petty Jean. And a lot of things in this region are named after her, and so many people believe in her that she's transitioned from being a ghost into being a spirit, like a legend, like Father Christmas or Father Time or Mother Earth. Like a lot of people have seen her. Like the natives have seen her well before Americans got here. You know, the Indians were the first to mourn for her, and she's such a powerful spirit here that she watches over this entire valley.
Cool. Never heard of it before. I'll look it up.
Well, y'all might be able to do a presentation.
That
would be awesome.
Hey. Yep, I think so. Put him down.
Presenting DJ Wardove, aka Tim, wear the horn on the head. Talking Pettigene. Hell yeah.
I've got a set of those Viking horns, and I did the middle of it. I put tinfoil over it, so I've got my tinfoil helmet instead of tinfoil hat.
Nice.
I'm really hoping someone is up there selling RF shielded clothing. That would be so awesome. There's going to be vendors.
That would be cool.
Yeah, there will be vendors.
You know, another one that would be a good one would be
There will
like
be vendors.
earthing mats.
Raven, what?
The earthing mats for grounding. The earthing mat you can sleep on or put your feet on or whatever. That
is that those mats you put into the wall?
Pardon me?
Is that those mats that you put in the wall? My mom has one that like is supposed to change the electrical field on her legs or something.
Yep. Yes. And it totally gets rid of inflammation in the body.
Oh, wow.
If you could,
that would be cool. The cryptid huntress.
She would be awesome to come by.
Yes, she would be awesome.
Even if she can only attend, right? It would be great. She's almost a force. She's a force to be reckoned with. I almost said a force of nature, but okay. I don't know about that. But Cryptid Huntress would be great.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her channel.
Me too.
And she does remote viewing too, which is so interesting.
Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out, maybe somebody else can do this or maybe I can do this. Do a scrying mirror booth.
Oh, yeah.
You know how a scrying mirror booth. And where it's just, I don't know, you sit there with a scrying mirror, you know, polished black mirror, and that's it. And you just, it I'm not going to get into it. It's a whole thing. And it's a whole to do about a scrying mirror booth. What's his name? Had one.
John D.
John D. I'm talking about he modeled it after it and put it in that haunted house he bought.
Oh, Jimmy Page.
Okay, that's not who I was thinking about, but I remember that now too. I remember Jimmy Page. No,
Aleister Crowley.
Zach Bagans.
Oh, Zach Bagans. Okay, somebody modeled.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, a scrying mirror? Oh, we can't get into it. Can't get into it. Nostradamus had one too. Yeah, they've been very common, and guess what? We all have them.
Mm-hmm.
We all have them. and they're all, you know what? Leave it turned off. It's a quantum link machine.
A scrying mirror is something that you stare into and put yourself in kind of a light meditative state, and you'll see things. You can see faces. You may see your own reflection alter and change. Supposedly, if you do so at a certain time with a candle, you can see some of your past lives, but your face will morph, and it is trippy. I have done that before, and it is.
Yeah, I've done it with a regular mirror. Oh man, I don't know what's going on there.
I saw people behind me. I don't know if they were ancestors or just spirits that were in that apartment building or what. I saw people come and go. Oh yeah, it was crazy. Oh my god, it was crazy. Scared me to death at the time.
Okay, well, looks like stuff's gonna be going down on the Quantum Fest.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. It's just gonna be great, and it could be huge. I'm wanting. Look at this empty sheet I got. I mean, this is going to be the speakers only, and I haven't even gotten a. It's me and you, Raven. And what time slot do you prefer? I'll put you down right now. Just not 1 o'clock. That's me. Not 5 o'clock. That's great.
How many?
How many
I'm
other
better
spots?
either first thing in the morning or later on.
Later on? How about 6 o'clock?
Oh yeah, that's perfect then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any kind of pyrotechnics or high digital things. I would love for someone to come up with a hologram generator, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll have like whales flying through the place.
Yeah. Are you going to get like a banner or something printed to put behind the?
I'm going to.
Little stage there. Okay, good.
I mean, this is like a 3-day-old idea. Okay, maybe a week, maybe a 7-day-old idea, and I'm gonna make. I gotta get all the stuff going right. But yeah, there will be a banner of some sort behind us.
Cool.
It's a small stage, but it's a stage.
Yeah, hey, that's fine. That's fine. This is just the first of its kind. We need somebody running around taking pictures too, to put in an album for the first annual Quantum Fest, because there will be more, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
I am hoping for it because I want it to be an annual event. I really do. It would be great if I could have an annual event. This will be one of many.
You can send out invitations on behalf of the Quantum Show too.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been emailing people, asking them, "Hey, you come by," And you know what would be cool? You said we were talking AI earlier. What would be neat was have somebody in one of them robotic bodysuits carrying a camera, walking around taking pictures.
Yes, yeah.
Just a robotic bodysuit. Just
that
walking around taking pictures with like
the helmet that your logo. I'm not sure what that is a picture of, but it's a guy in a suit with some kind of a helmet.
Right.
Do you have one of those, or know where you could get one?
A suit?
No. The helmet.
I could probably get one printed. There's a guy at work with a big printer, and he loves to print all kinds of stuff. I just have to, make it to where it's easy to put on and take off.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. That would be neat. I mean, the Unknown, let me shout out The Unknown, has been, oh man, so gung-ho about it. Made the intro, made that, the Paul Harvey action figures. Oh my God.
Holy
I want to apologize to The Unknown for being late on some homework that's in my email. I appreciate you, and I will definitely do doing the voice acting for you. You know what I'm talking about?
He's on it.
I'm on it,
dude.
I'm on it.
On it, doggone it. Okay. All right. Well, that's the plan. That's the idea. So this has been the Quantum Show panel discussion. We lightly talked about GOLEMS AI and the state of the technology as it is, and then we went everywhere else. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Stay tuned. There will be more. And check the channel. I've been uploading shorts here and there. Might be your cup of tea, might not be, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start pushing buttons here. Thanks, everybody. Renee, Unknown, No Memes, Justin. Everybody came in. Scream
Aussie.
Engine, Urso, Aussie
Sarah.
Tiger. And all the lurkers, all the agents, aliens, and God whoever else, right? Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Stand for the Quantum Show panel discussion. Keeping it quantum, and I got to start pushing buttons.
Pushing buttons.
Pushing buttons.
Good night, everybody.
Heart. Heart.